And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just catch up with y'all. And happy belated birthday to Tatu.
Yes, for me as well then.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then Quasi, yeah, happy birthday, Tatu. And Quasi is toggled off, so we can just let him listen to us in the background. Oh, he's in.
I can say something quick. Yeah. So my intentions are to be toggled off for this meeting. My distractions are being under the weather and general workness. Hence toggling off. All right. Get back in here.
Cool. So then let's just start the show. The first topic on the agenda, and if you guys have anything to add, please just throw it in there. Onboarding status. So I think I have a list of applicants, and I should actually even just share that link in this note. In these notes, I'll grab them in a second. Somewhere around 15 for 3 positions. From what I've seen so far, none of the project managers or have a chance. But we have a lot of good UX people and some cool technical writing people that I'm definitely going to interview. So that's exciting. I'm going to make the final cut tomorrow. And if anyone wants, I'm going to talk to Monica about it too, because I'm crashing at their house tomorrow. So it should be good timing. And if anyone wants to oversee that or participate in that, you can. You can't have, of course, any role that you want, but it should be pretty easy. My plan is to do like an interview with the person who is kind of like them in Aragon 1, so that they can kind of give me some feedback with it. So like, what's his name, Yolani, for UX guys, and there isn't really a technical writer person, so I'll talk to Monica about who to kind of, for technical writing, it's a lot easier because I'll just like let them contribute for a little bit and see. But yeah, that's the status of onboarding. We're going to start doing interviews next week for all the R&D positions, and we've been getting, I think Chris is going to lead the technical writing team, and that seems to be going really well. And there's a couple old Givethers, specifically Alan and Oz, who are in the mix that are looking at contributing to. So yeah, does anyone have any comments or things I should think about on that one?
Yeah, I saw you created 2 extra positions for comms, right?
Yeah, you mean, well, so I only made resumes for 3 of the 5, well, I only published job descriptions for 3 of the 5 positions that I want to hire for, because I don't think we need a community manager or technical support yet. So I just want to get these other positions solid and then have them have their foot in and then be part of the decision-making process on who we onboard for those roles.
Okay.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's because I saw it on GitHub and I just wanted to ask like what the status was for those. So these are more, that's for later time then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see. Cool. Well then, we'll roll on to the next agenda topic, which is minimizing dynamic expenses. So this is really just a quick question for you guys that Quasia had. How do you do expenses for traveling or like Aragon related? Do you have like a clear rules for when air travel is covered or any of those things? Aragon 1 team?
Yeah, Maria probably has the most info on that, but I can chime in if you want.
Yeah, I can. Like we don't have like super explicit rules, but like it's like because they are more like common sense. But But internally, every time we travel, for example, in Aragon 1 covers that from the moment you are in the airport to the moment you come back to your house, your taxi to go to the airport, food during those days, the place where you have to stay. Aragon 1 covers all that. We do have like if 1 month a person has like extremely high expenses, then we check why that was the case. But normally that never happens. So yeah, that's the way we do it.
Yeah, and we also have the event process where we decide on which events we sponsor and which ones to keep track of which people go to, and how much of their time is spent in events, and usually those include traveling.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we were just quickly discussing like maybe a yearly stipend or something, because we're going to be a very distributed team, and some people go. How do we decide who goes to what conferences, or whether it makes sense? It's kind of like we want people to decide for themselves what conference they think it's worth their time to go to. But if they're on the West Coast or like in South America or something, and they want to go to Thailand, well, it's going to be really expensive. So it's like, I think you're right. It's probably mostly common sense, and that can be figured out. But it's just good to hear you guys' feedback.
Yeah, and we have this event budget thing that it's not finance based, but days or time spent.
Okay. Oh, interesting. So you guys have like, you can only go to 20 days worth of events a year or something?
Yeah, I can share the documents and see with you guys if you want to have a look at it, how it looks. Yeah, definitely.
That would be really amazing. Cool.
Yeah, and on that particular point, once we move to a model where Aragon 1 is basically getting an explicit budget from the foundation to do stuff, that might come along, or our event budget might be days based and money based, but until now it has been needs based, or kind of just common sense, like strategically what are the best events for us to be at.
Cool. Okay, cool. I think we can move on to the next one, which is TCR design. So Luke, my understanding is TCR is one of those big projects that is on the roadmap, and I see a lot of stuff happening on GitHub for it that's up there, and I'm wondering if this is like the best project for me when I get a UX person onboarded to like try their hand with. What do you think about that idea, and what is the status of the TCR design?
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea, because the current implementation of the TCR contracts are basically at a point where we're gated by UX and front end. There's been a slight change, so we started to go down the design path, and there's like a design issue for TCRs in GitHub right now, and we realized that the current way that we're doing staking for the partial lock commit reveal voting and for proposals in the TCR kind of required two separate staking apps, and we really didn't like that flow. So there's a recent issue on the research forum about like a staking spec that kind of changes it, so you can have one staking app that's shows all of your stakes in one place. But we don't have a design for that yet either. We just kind of have the technical spec. Bing and Jorge have been working on kind of going through the contract side of re-implementing that staking piece. And Bing especially has been working on integrating that into the previous TCR like implementation that we had, at least on the backend side. But we're very close to that point where like we're gated by UX and front end work, and would definitely appreciate help. And I think it would be a good initial UX related activity.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I have this guy Jeff Emmett. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but I really like him. He's a Canadian dude who hangs out in all the curation markets chats. I think he'd be interested in also like assisting the UX person, because I assume they're not really going to understand a whole lot of the TCR stuff. Do you happen to know Jeff at all?
The name doesn't ring a bell, but there's so many people in those curation market chats now. It's hard to keep track. I'd love to connect with him and chat.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
is he the one that was in the other chat? That he sent a link to, or you sent a link to a presentation that he was. Okay.
Yeah, he did a really cool presentation about like philanthropic investments using curation markets, basically.
Yeah.
I really liked it, and he has been reaching out to me for a couple months, and I didn't know exactly what to do, but I feel like, because he's too early for Giveth for sure, but I feel like he's right on time for TCR design with Aragon, and he seems super legit. He runs his own marketing company in Calgary, and that has a team, so he can't do anything like full time, but a little bit of work here and there that he's passionate about, I think would fit really well with us. So, okay, cool. Then next topic is events check-in. So yeah, we have a bunch of events coming up. We just did Ethnex, so Luis and I gave a presentation in Lugano, so did Jordy, but his was about identity. I brought up Aragon, and obviously Luis did a great walkthrough through Aragon. And then we have Web3 Summit coming up. So I think there's going to be like, Luis is only there for the first day. So we're going to have a big block of like 3-hour discussion, 3 hours of demos and walkthroughs on governance. And Luis will show everyone how to deploy a DAO and like walk people through it. There'll be lots of governance discussions throughout the week, and obviously I'll be talking about Aragon. And there's the Latin America. No one else is going to Berlin, right, for Web3 Summit?
No, only Luis.
Cool. And then there's a Latin American tour, which is happening, and it's going to be fun. Just flying. It'll be a lot of recruitment stuff and showing people how they can use DAOs now, ideally. And that's in the end of November. Are you going to be in South America at all, Maria?
I'm going to see if I manage to go to the thing is that they did it. I don't know why the one in Colombia, they did it in Barranquilla, and so it's yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but I'm gonna try to go to the one in Barranquilla, but I have to work with on my schedule. Yeah.
Well, that would be really cool. It would be great to see you there. So and we'll definitely
let you know.
Yeah, let me know so we can make sure it's in the meetup stuff.
Yeah. And regarding the LATAM tour, Bernd pinged me today again, so I just wanted to confirm that you were of the opinion that we won't sponsor Griff.
I don't think we should sponsor.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think with Ether at the price it is and sponsorships being so lame, like I don't think it's worth it. But I never think it's worth it. I think sponsorships are lame. Let's see. And then the other thing is DevCon Status Hackathon. So I'm going to be a judge and for the hackathon, and I assume hopefully we'll get some people who want to do DAO things. So if anyone's going to be at the Status Hackathon wandering around, I know you're already in Prague, right, John? So I don't know, are any of you guys going to be hanging around for the hackathon?
I think it's Luke.
Yeah, I'll be at the hackathon and the council.
Nice.
And
yeah,
I think
I'll be doing the same.
And I'll be doing only the council, not the hackathon.
Oh wow, we have a lot of people going to the council in Prague. Then I'll also be there, so that'll be good. Yeah, and I assume you guys are just going to be walking around trying to help people use Aragon for their projects. Luke, John?
Yeah, I'm planning on kind of walking around, hanging out, chatting with people, just sort of being present is sort of my goal.
I'm mostly there to just continue keeping a pulse on the Ethereum governance discussions, and if there are any UX related rings happening or wallet rings, maybe just remind people that RadSpec exists and try to get some people to pick up adoption for that.
That's cool. You're in the UX Telegram group, right?
Not right now. If you have a link, that would be sweet.
Oh, you're straight up just going to be manually invited. It's happening, dude.
Can you invite me too? Yeah. I'm looking for a team to work on RadSpec.
What is RadSpec?
Human readable transactions.
Okay.
The elevator pitch or the tagline. But yeah, like when you go to perform an action in the DApp, Aragon Core, you get like a signer view that pops up, and it's like, this is what you're about to do. That data is coming directly from the blockchain, so users know exactly what they're actually signing, and that's powered by RadSpec.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, John, you have a really solid Telegram privacy setting. So you're right. I'll have to get that.
It's John_light.
Yeah, but I can't add you because you have settings such that. But I can get you the link. I'll just get the link.
Great, thanks. Yeah, I definitely don't want to get spammed with things.
Yeah. Okay, I'm having trouble finding the link. So I'll just continue the meeting and put that on my action list and do that after the meeting.
Thank you, sir.
Let's see, so next is Aragon Monthly. I'd love to hear a feedback on how that transition attempt went.
Yeah, so we have someone who's, for the moment, Tatu still made the call for editors, and so we have one person from our community who's working on it right now. His alias is RepeatCheap. I think that's how you pronounce it, and he might also be interested in working on the final compiling as well. And if not, Griff, you asked someone else if he was interested, but he just responded. Unfortunately, he won't have the time to focus on it. But I have a third person who might be interested in it, and I asked him if he could also start with the editing work and maybe be the first one to do a successful pull request. And then if he's interested and he can commit, then he could help with like being on board to do this long term for the work that Tatu was doing, because it's I would prefer to find someone who does this quicker than I would do this personally, but we'll see how that works. That is my update.
Cool. Cool. So yeah, we're on the search, Tatu. Worst case scenario, you'll have to hold a new person's hand next month, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course, depending how much stuff it is, but yeah, I hope that we can also perhaps, if necessary, work on a better documentation/guide on doing it, or whatever you feel like we should be doing for it.
Yeah, definitely. And I wanted to look into it more this week, anyways, and still ask you some questions. But I've been sick all week long, so that hasn't really happened. But in between, I did ask them to start, some people to start working on the editing process itself, and from that we can see if one of those people are interested. But more questions will be coming your way normally next week, Tatu.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. Okay, and then Tatu, upcoming wiki updates. Ooh, yeah.
Yes, I'm working on revising the wiki, and as there's probably going to be a section for the DAC, I wanted to ask if you guys have a person in mind who you would want to put as a contact point. Is it Chris, Griff, someone on updating and adding more information regarding the DAC? Because really now there's the information, some from the announcement and a little description on the two campaigns. So do you think there's someone who would like to expand on these, continue defining, describing the DAC?
Yeah, I mean, for now, I think Chris can be the point of contact, and hopefully we'll have a community organizer kind of person, a community manager eventually, but
and then I lost you. Is it me or is it Griff?
Same here.
Same here.
Okay, now he's like back.
No, we lost Griff. Well, he'll be right back.
Oh, wait,
no, so
Chris.
You're back. You're back, Griff.
Oh, I was the one who was lost. Man, I thought it was you guys.
It was you.
Yes. So I was saying, Chris, are you down with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, sounds good. I'll just know who to ping when it's time for that. So that was a quick update on that.
Perfect. So then, if you guys have any other things that we can just do a quick fireside chat about how things are going. Say things are going a little slower than I was told, especially on the community side. The dev side is picking up, and I'm kind of working on both angles, but we'll, hopefully we'll get a few more people and get some more momentum rolling. But do you guys have any topics to bring up or any thoughts? No. Well, that's cool.
From my side. Yes.
Yeah, cool. Well, then we can call it a meeting. So thanks for all the update, guys, and we can just check out. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I'll try to loop you guys in more when we have a bigger team and more interactions and us making moves. I'll pass it to Maria.
Sorry, I was yeah.
Checkout's just a quick statement like saying goodbye.
Yeah. I'm sorry first for coming up late. I was in another call. It was a good meeting, short but good. Happy that to see things evolving. I pass it to John.
Look forward to getting that Telegram link and that's pretty much it. Also excited to see the team expand once the right people click and it all magic happens. And I guess I'll see you in Prague. Sending it over to Chris.
Okay. Yeah, so thanks for the quick, efficient meeting. And yes, the next meeting is on the 19th. So then I'll, well, we'll already be in Berlin as far as I know. So I'll see some of you guys there. And I give it to Kwasha.
Everybody.
Yeah, Quasi, yeah.
Yeah, good meeting. I think this is my first one of these, but obviously I'm a little familiar with the pattern. Good. I'm especially interested in the TCR stuff. Definitely keep me looped in on that. And yeah, I've got more to say about that, but I was talking about. So, that's all for me. I will pass it on to Maria.
I already did it.
Oh, sorry.
I
My
think
bad.
Yeah,
Tatu?
it was nice catching up again. And I'm happy that we got Aragon announced this week, so I can actually work on other things like the wiki and these others that we need to take care of soon on the website and stuff. And I think probably for the next meeting, I'll have more items regarding the wiki and Aragon and everything that we need to discuss. And that's about it. I don't think there's anyone.
I think Luke.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks, guys. It's a great call. It's always nice to hear everybody's voice. I'm looking forward to digging in with Jeff, and I forget the guy who you were talking about for the UX's name. It's not in the notes, but looking forward to connect next week, hopefully, and kind of continue that discussion. And just excited for this stuff to get rolling. Is there anybody else? I think that's it.
Nope, that's it. Hey, thanks, guys. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks, and hopefully before that.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Adios.
I'm in love.
Oh yeah, why's that?
I was just getting ready to ditch you.
Oh really?